Is reality a game of quantum mirrors? A new theory helps explain Schrödinger's cat. Quantum mirrors physics concept. Envision you plunk down and get your number one book. You take a gander at the picture on the title page, run your fingers across the smooth book sleeve, and smell that natural book smell as you flick through the pages. As far as you might be concerned, the book is comprised of a scope of tactile appearances. Be that as it may, you likewise expect the book has its own free presence behind those appearances. So when you put the book down on the footstool and stroll into the kitchen, or take off from your home to go to work, you expect the book actually looks, feels, and scents similarly as when you were holding it. Helgoland book cover. In Helgoland, physicist Carlo Rovelli spreads out another approach to consider quantum mechanics and reality itself. Anticipating that objects should have their own free presence, autonomous of us, and some other items, is really a profound situated presumption we make about the world. This suspicion has its starting point in the logical upset of the 17th century, and is essential for what we call the robotic perspective. As indicated by this view, the world resembles a monster precision machine whose parts are represented by set laws of movement. This perspective on the world is liable for a lot of our logical progression since the 17th century. Yet, as Italian physicist Carlo Rovelli contends in his new book Helgoland, Quantum Hypothesis, the actual hypothesis that depicts the universe at the littlest scales, more likely than not shows this perspective to be bogus. All things being equal, Rovelli contends we ought to embrace a social perspective. What's the significance here to be social? During the logical unrest, the English material science pioneer Isaac Newton and his German partner Gottfried Leibniz differ on the idea of existence. Newton guaranteed reality behaved like a compartment for the substance of the universe. That is, on the off chance that we could eliminate the substance of the universe, every one of the planets, stars, and worlds, we would be left with void existence. This is the outright perspective on reality. Leibniz, then again, asserted that reality were just the entirety of distances and spans between every one of the items and occasions of the world. On the off chance that we eliminated the substance of the universe, we would eliminate reality too. This is the social perspective on existence. They are just the spatial and worldly relations among articles and occasions. The social perspective on reality was a vital motivation for Einstein when he created general relativity. Rovelli utilizes this plan to comprehend quantum mechanics. He asserts the objects of quantum hypothesis, like a photon, electron, or other basic molecule, are just the properties they display while communicating with, comparable to, different articles. These properties of a quantum object are resolved through explore, and incorporate things like the item's position, force, and energy. Together they make up an article's state. As indicated by Rovelli's social translation, these properties are everything to the item. There is no hidden individual substance that has the properties. So how does this assist us with understanding quantum hypothesis? Consider the notable quantum puzzle of Schrödinger's feline. We put a feline in a container with some deadly specialist, like a vial of toxic substance gas, set off by a quantum cycle, like the rot of a radioactive molecule, and we close the cover. The quantum cycle is an opportunity occasion. It is absolutely impossible to foresee it. However, we can depict it such that discloses to us the various odds of the iota rotting or not in some time frame. Since the rot will trigger the launch of the vial of toxic substance gas and henceforth the passing of the feline's decisive is likewise an absolutely chance occasion. As indicated by standard quantum hypothesis, the feline is neither dead nor alive until we open the case and notice the framework. A riddle remains concerning what it would resemble for the feline, precisely, to be neither dead nor alive. Yet, as indicated by the social translation, the condition of any framework is consistently according to some other framework. So the quantum interaction in the crate may have an endless result corresponding to us, yet have an unequivocal result for the feline. So it is totally sensible for the feline to be neither dead nor alive for us, and simultaneously to be certainly in any condition itself. One truth is genuine for us, and one truth is genuine for the feline. At the point when we open the case, the condition of the feline gets distinct for us, yet the feline was never in an endless state for itself. In the social translation there is no worldwide, God's eye, perspective on the real world. What does this enlighten us regarding reality? Ravelli contends that, since our reality is eventually quantum, we should notice these exercises. Specifically, items, for example, your number one book may just have their properties according to different articles, including you. Fortunately, that likewise incorporates any remaining articles, for example, your end table. So when you accomplish go to work, your number one book keeps on showing up as it does when you were holding it. All things considered, this is an emotional reconsidering of the idea of the real world. On this view, the world is a complex trap of interrelations, with the end goal that protests presently don't have their own individual presence autonomous from different articles, like an interminable round of quantum mirrors. Besides, there likely could be no free, supernatural, substance establishing our world that underlies this web.